Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing Lloyd and Arin's team up mech set. This was sent early to me by the LEGO Ambassador Network. Just kidding, I managed to find it early at my Walmart. Not my closest, but a Walmart. And some of these sets may be able to be found in Walmart, but when I went, there wasn't really any of the cheaper sets. It went down to Sora's and Arin's Transform Mech Bike, which is at $48. So let's take a look at the minifigures. Here we have Rapting. It's nice to get a main-ish villain, because in the in the clips of the show, he seems to play somewhat of an important part. And moving on, I like this minifigure. It's one of the sidekick villains because of the helmet. It's kind of like a beetle type of helmet, something along the lines of that. I don't want to say that. I really like their look. They're like really mechanical, and it kind of confused me at first when I was building this. On which side is the face? Well, this side is the face with the four eyes and all them being small. But yeah, I do like the helmet. I think it does look pretty cool. I also like the armor piece, and you can basically attach a clip onto the back to hold a sword. And I do like the new sword. It is dual molded. I do like that trans orange. On to the next minifigure. I find this molded piece to be very interesting. You know, I guess it could be kind of used as a bolt if you use this and attach it to the ground somehow, or a pad or something like that. But I think it does look really cool. I also like this minifigure. I just like the eye, but it's kind of a weird design, but I'm not like hating on it. Now the staff, I do like how they use the newly introduced mech fingers, which is also used in like the brick built figures for like the Marvel and DC heroes, with Batman being the first DC heroes. Here we have the new ninja Arin. I do like his sweater, and I wish there was a bit more of the regular orange. Yeah, I do like his suit. Also, like the new version of the hood, or at least a variant of the hood with the horns on it. I think that looks pretty cool. And I like how this looks different from all the other ninja, and of course, Sora's is also unique because I've seen the images of the sets. Now, moving on to Lloyd, I do like it is a very simple minifigure, but it's pretty effective. I do like the hood. It kind of sucks that even though you can move it side to side, it's kind of this piece right here, you can't really move it. Now, here's a look at the minifigure print. And here's a look at the other minifigure print. They just let me turn off the flash. You can kind of see it. Maybe I need to move it closer to the light. But it's kind of like a serious expression. I think it's very unique because it's mostly, actually, it is a new print, but it still uses like the same design as the movies. I thought they were gonna age the ninja up. I thought it was gonna be like a next generation type of thing. Now that kind of is happening with Arin and Sora, but they're not like directly descendant from their ninja. And moving on to the mechs, we'll start with Arin's mech. This is in the design of a not emo, uh, Evo mech. As you can see, here is Lloyd's from this year as well, January wave. And here's Arin's. Now, of course, this doesn't have a flag, but it does use the joints. And the interesting thing is that it uses a marble hatch piece as kind of like to hide the knees, or kind of like the knees, which I think is honestly pretty cool. And I do like the dragon headpiece right here. Of course, it still uses the same print from there. I have that wrong. That'd be interesting if somebody built a mock using the dragon head with the printed piece. Honestly, it does look pretty cool, and it makes it stand out. Just like his suit is kind of united with the others. but still looks unique enough. And I kind of don't like this part in the back, but that's for the combination thing, which we will look at last. I don't know why they include this here, but it's not necessarily bad. I guess you can kind of see it as protecting his head from these sides, but not the top. Moving on to the bigger mech. Honestly, really like the mech, and it actually could have been sold on its own. Now, if they were to do that, they would obviously have to cover this part up. Yeah, starting from the bottom, I do like the shoes. I thought originally they were gonna kind of be where the foot would attach to it, kind of like how the pin right here in Arin and the pinhole right there, how it combined. But yeah, but either way, I do like the details of the shoe. It also adds a bit of height to it. Also like how these pieces right here are kind of like for the sandal. Or like the strap, you can move the foot side to side, but not really not really too much from that direction, which has been more common in mechs. Now moving on to the legs up here, like the upper part, I do like the hoops. It also kind of looks a bit off, especially when Aaron's not on it. But I do get it; they kind of needed to be there. It also has knee joints, which is becoming pretty common in mechs. Sucks that the Monkey Kid mech for January this year, like the big one, didn't have any, but it's more bulkier. This is like a bit more skinnier. Also, something that I don't like and that pretty sure mostly everyone doesn't like is this part right here where it's just kind of out there. So I guess you can cover it good enough with the hands and the robe or whatever. I guess if you get the sword in a good enough position, it could probably cover it. Yeah, see, kind of like right there, you can't really even see it. Now moving on to this piece, I mostly like to keep it if they're separate. I kind of didn't like how it was at this angle, but now I'm kind of getting used to it at that angle, and I really like it. Now, of course, this is a bit empty. Now, I think this part still looks good enough without it. Now moving on to the head, it does kind of like go down sometimes, but I do like it. I think they should have gone this way for Jay's Titan mech from core of this year, January wave. Because I don't really look like how that head works. I don't have the mech, but it just doesn't really look right to me. I do like that one eyeball, and according to some LEGO fans, this kind of looks like a Kitangu mech, based, I think, because of the one eyes. And also, Kitangu was the LEGO set that introduced the flame orange color. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, I do like the sparkling of gold a bit. You know how it's showing up. Moving on to the arms, I do like the arms. They're pretty skinny, which kind of makes it a bit more posable. Arms can move this way, but kind of not really this way. Kind of shakes the entire mech. Now, I don't like this, how it's open. I do have a few extra pieces lying around, not necessarily from the set, that I can just use to cover that up, or if you just leave it like that, or kind of like that, you can't really see it. But I do like the individual posable fingers, and this set does come with stickers, but not that many. And mostly duplicates of each other, except for the robes here, which we'll get onto in a few seconds. Now, the robes, in my opinion, are honestly pretty cool. Yeah, they can get in the way sometimes, but I really like them. And yes, it does. The hand does have a sticker, just the same one as the other side. Same with this thing. And the ones on the back are the same as the one on here. And I do like the customized versions at the front, where it has the L for Lloyd and something that I think might spell out ninja in jargon, but I'm not so sure. Also, like the dragon right there, And yeah, I think this mech is really good, and if it would be a separate set all alone, like an alternate timeline, it would have been good either way without it. Of course, if they were going to sell it at that price, it would probably need to put an enemy mech or something along the lines of that, or just sell it for cheaper, around maybe $70 to $60. So here's the sword. I think is very good. Now, the red part right here does have a function to like move up and down, or at least left to right. But honestly, I don't really like that. And the piece was kind of loose and was falling off way too much, so I decided just to put it normally. I just took that off, and then there was a little bit remaining of this when it was connected, so I just took out the other one and connected it right there, and I think that looks way better. Now, my piece might have been damaged, but honestly, I like it like that. And also, I like the little bar right here. It looks pretty good. And something that does annoy me a bit is that sometimes, like, the pin used here, which is this one, which you have an extra, kind of sometimes does that get stuck in the hand, which sucks. But yeah. Okay, now moving on to the combo feature. So you take Arin's mech. And of course, you like move the panels so that way it doesn't get in the way. You move his feet. Oh, okay, you put it down. And make sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, everything's just falling apart. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Okay, we just connected by the hoops, the feet, and then we connect the brick by the pin, and then boom. You can cover up the panels back again, and in the box of the set, it shows these like golden chains attaching to this part of the mech, and I do like the golden chains, but they kind of just suck. I thought they would combine together when the mech was alone, but they didn't, which kind of sucks. Because I thought, once you finish building it, if you had it separate, you can kind of like put the chains together. But since that piece is right there, you can't really do anything with it, and you just kind of have to let it flop out. But at least with the combination, you can have it connected to Arin's mech. Now, in my opinion, this is a good set, and I really recommend you getting it. It includes 5 minifigures. None of them are really exclusive, at least I don't think any of them are really exclusive, but the build is good, and I do like the minifigures. Now, I kind of do wish Arin's suit was a bit more orange, and more of the like regular orange was incorporated into the mech build, but I do like how those dark greens kind of like, I wouldn't say blend, but like contrast with the dark green. I do like the bright orange suit of Lloyd. I mean, not orange, a bright green suit of Lloyd. It kind of actually makes him stand out a bit, especially if you put it in flash, or at least if it's facing more towards the light, you can at least somewhat tell. I do like the robes, but they sometimes get in the way, but it's not bad. I really recommend you get this set if you're even thinking about it. Now, I give this set a 9 out of 10. Goodbye.